Good morning, everyone. JiggityJon here, and welcome to our Halloween spooktacular adventure. We are playing Layers of Fear, a game from 2016. Why are we playing a game from 2016? Well, it turns out it's the only spooky game that I've got on my PlayStation. Aside from the original Resident Evil, and I don't think any of us really want to play through that. And this game's broken up into sizable chunks.
I know how you must feel. Lost. Alone. Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you, there is still a way. A way to bring it all back. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. Finish it.
Finish it. What is it? Every portrait that is painted with feeling is a portrait of the artist, not of the sitter. Oscar Wilde, the picture of Dorian Gray. Okay. Here we go. So it's a bit of a walking simulator, looking at things and then clicking on things. So we got ourselves dog muzzle. I don't need to be muzzled. Not yet, anyway. A distraught woman, 2 young children, and a man who appears to be saying, "Now, sweetie, don't you think that's a little much?" A baby being stolen by an eagle? Perhaps a take on Prometheus. Alright, let's get in there. So much easier to read. Dear sir, we would like to ask you to cease bothering our pest control specialists, as well as refrain from sending us any more of your highly inappropriate letters. I'll have you know that my mother is a respectful woman and does not take kindly to such accusations. All of our employees that visited your house reported absolutely no signs of a rodent infestation of any kind, and as such decided not to act further than a prophylactic spraying. Please treat this letter as a final warning, or else the next envelope you will receive will be from our lawyers. I've done something that done pissed somebody off. With best regards, Carl Denton, Pesky Pests Pacification Company. I love the alliteration on the name. Alright. So, we're going to be looking for clues on how to finish something and why we are here. An artist triumphs. Some call him the Caravaggio, others compared him to Van Eyck, and one awestruck critic who wished to remain unnamed went as far as to invoke the spirit of the great Leonardo. Anyway you slice it, the exhibition proved an immense success. Redacted's distinct style has been praised for its unique combination of Renaissance influences and more progressive techniques. The artist himself attended the event in the company of his beautiful fiancée, looking stunning in her black gown. Redacted revealed to us exclusively that the couple are indeed expecting. Redacted. Oh, I got a frog in my throat. Excuse me one moment while I deal with the frog. Let's go. Opening stuff. Pots. Not pots. Some sort of camera bag, maybe? Or something else, perhaps. Dishes. A photo. A photo of a man giving a handshake and the other man's face has been scratched away. Who could that possibly be? Bum, bum, bum. we got here? Sir, I didn't touch the workshop just like you asked, although I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, perhaps, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them to your office. Have a nice day. The voices will continue until morale improves. Basement. A dark, spooky basement. Which is really contrasting with the bright room I appear to be in. Yeah, there we go. Artificial darkness. Alright, so what do we got down here in the basement? Candles. A rat. A busted painting. Some wine bottles. A report card that says this person was bad at reading, writing, math, science, and social sciences, but good at art and music. Physical education they were apparently excused from. And as you can see down there in the corner, names have been blotted out. Who could it be? Could be that rat. Maybe that rat went to school and he just was terrible at English. So it appears that we have a limp, which makes a walking simulator that much more difficult. Locked door. Nothing else to really open up down here. So let's head on back up those stairs that must be so very awkward for this man. I really enjoy the bathroom. No. I really like the light switch. The sound design. The thunder outside is quite nice. That water has been running for days. That bathtub is beyond repair. What's this? Achilles Prosthetics Company. One below the knee prosthetic. How the hell did they fuck up the length? Limp explained. Who has overhead lights and then 2 little lamps in a bathroom? Our very British toilet appears to be very, very broken. We got towels at least. Clean up. What's this? Rat poison. Contains ANTU. Effective when used as a bait poison, water poison, tracking poison. Active ingredients: alpha, naphthyl, theoria, 20% inert ingredients, diametaceous sarige, oops, bumped the mic, color pigment, water, beta naphthyl theoria. Did I pronounce those correctly? Only you will know. Give ourselves a grandfather clock. Fire that would not start very quickly. Place for a painting with no painting. Dum bum bum. A dog collar whose name appears to be Popgle. I can't quite read the cursive at the top. Langaft Magful Avenue 7C. So it's the address for the house, and the dog's name is Popko. Popko. I'm going to assume somebody younger named that thing. A kitchen! There we go. Figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant and shoved his head off? Snored his head off. Like the rest of us common folk. I know. Gasp. In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy. I love you. I'm gonna have to say this love has come to an end. There is broken bottles here, broken bottles of wine here. My hand weighs an incredible amount. In the oven there's an iron, a brush. I guess those would be cleaning tools? Or is it an old oven that's been converted into like storage? That's some pretty old cast iron stuff, and who would keep a wicker basket in an oven? That would be a terrible idea. Light switch. Lots of apples and potatoes. A giant crate of potatoes. I guess these things are hanging to dry. Coal. So we got a coal stove, electricity, prosthetic leg that's been cut too long. We're talking about Renaissance artists. So let's say we are really close to the 20th century, probably. Late 1800s, very early 1900s. I've got a couple medals here. Pipe. A hairbrush. Nothing there. Hairbrush. Clothes in the foyer. That one's locked. Alright, well, I guess we have to go up. Man, this guy collects some weird art. Alright, what is this? What is going on with this little boy? And that lady there. And I'm gonna come back to this. Like, why? And this tiny little man. And this tiny little Sir Francis Drake looking guy. What is he doing? Alright. This looks like the least creepy one, but what is she holding? Is it a pomegranate? Or a human heart? Let's see. Burnt music paper. Which can only mean that I want to... No. That's fine. That's better. Alright. So we got a little bit of the upstairs to explore. This appears to be my office. God, that is an unsettling painting. Is there a light switch by the door? Yes. Now, lamps in a room like this make sense. Because they, I don't know, help with the atmosphere? But look at this guy. He's like a little werewolf baby. What do we got here? Alright, Little Red Riding Hood. Big bad wolf there. Alright, he's bigger and badder than I would think. He has consumed grandmother. Now, why? What big teeth you have. All the better to eat you with. And then he does. He really does. And booze. Some sort of coin on the desk. And a letter. I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you. Tonight, it's all about you and me. Let's make it special. And then that handwriting on the bottom is different. You promised. I get the feeling that perhaps this man was not a good husband. My dear friend, let me ask you one simple question. Have you completely lost your goddamn mind? I know you're going through some rough times right now, I really do. That's why I've agreed to let you do those illustrations in the first place, for old time's sake. I even deliberately gave you the trivial task because I expected Little Red Riding Hood to be something you can draw in your sleep. What I didn't expect is to get this demented nightmare fuel you submitted for a kid's bedtime story. There is no way in hell I'm using this, and I already regret agreeing to a payment in advance. Please, get your shit together. Your old pal Liam Brickstone, Whispered Tale Publishing House. So, sounds like I'm having marriage troubles. I can't get money, and thus I was offered a gig to draw Little Red Riding Hood for a friend, and I did broken bottles. Did a terrible job of it. Like, clearly no little boy or girl is going to be able to read that story. The true story behind the picture of Dorian Gray. Was it true all along? Is this a real book? An astonishing investigation by Professor Alistair R. Malmax from the Mistomic University uncovers the secrets of this magnificent work by one of all-time greatest writers. Why? Oscar Wilde. I don't think it's a real book. Could be. That rose is the second time I've seen that. That hairbrush downstairs had a rose on it as well. Cups. Alright. I think that's everything in here. So let's continue our exploration. Shall we play the piano? Can I play the piano anymore? Sure. Well, I couldn't. Oh, great spirits of the house, has my bad playing of the piano offended thee? Alright, what do we got going on over here? Well, balls just came flying out of there. Wow, bouncing out of there. Alright. Spooky children's room. Always good in a horror game. A spooky, spooky children's room. Light switch. Nope. No light switch. A drawing. A mummy who's been colored over. A girl with no mouth. And a dad. So the mom looks sad, dad is happy, and the girl has no mouth. Is there more to this children's painting? Perhaps. Perhaps we will find out as we go. Blocks! A toy soldier. A very old toy soldier. Trains. No planes or automobiles. What's this? A rattle. Alright, no spooks. A rose hair brush. Stuck on that. And a tiny bowl. Okay, tiny bowl. And weird puppy. A giant hand, but no face. Also, I see you, creepy dolls. I'm just going to leave you there. Night. I have no need for creepy dolls. What's this one say? Been working all night. Don't wake me up.
Dumpling all around, dumpling all around, dumpling all around. So funny. Dumpling here and there, dumpling everywhere, and I stepped right on her toes, and when she...
We have reached the end of the song. Alright. Reasonable things to find in a closet. Disappearing booze bottles. Less reasonable. Searching every drawer. What's this one say? The new face of music. A night at the opera. At the opera? At the opera becomes a night to remember. Redacted might not be a household name yet, but just give her time. The incredibly talented multi-instrumentalist gave an astounding performance last night, winning over even the most ardent naysayers. She was simply astounding. I haven't seen such passion, energy, and skill in years. Stated famed pianist Daniel Richter. He was not alone in his praise. It seems that even Anthony Giles, one of Redacted's harshest critics, has finally seen the light. Giles had previously made disparaging comments about the artist, stating that there's more to performing music than enthusiasm and a pretty face. What a turd. When asked if, after witnessing last night's performance, he regrets these words, Mr. Giles gave us a look that could only be described as a mixture of awe and embarrassment. Pressed for an answer, he simply said, yes. We caught up with the star. Redacted. So it seems like I am part of an artistic family, wherein that I appear to be some sort of painter. My wife is a musician. This is a broken mirror in which I do not exist. There's that rose again. And there. What do we got here? Galactic's grand opening in flames. Disastrous fire at the new department store leaves dozens fighting for their lives. The long-awaited opening of the Galactic department store turned into hell on Earth when the building's wiring burst into flames. While the majority of the visitors managed to reach the emergency exits in time, several unfortunate attendees were trapped in the back of the building, having no chance to escape the raging inferno. The exact number of casualties has not yet been determined, although it is estimated that at least a dozen people have been severely injured. The owner of the Galactic, Ronald Sheffield, has so far declined to comment on today's tragic events. And below that, some racism. Bank buildings, old jewelry. Unless they just misspelled jewelry, but... Okay. The same brush. Dum dum dum. So I have a cane for walking that I am apparently not using. Sorry, couldn't sleep. The leg's been acting up again. Figured I might as well do some work. Love you. So when my leg bothers me, it appears that I go and work. Alright, well there's only one place to go. That's the wrong room. I want the one downstairs. The one with the note. Just close that. Alright. What is in here? So let's see what we got. A book. I assume for collectibles. Paints. A skull is in this drawer. I'm so sick and tired of us talking through these notes. We live in the same house. For God's sakes, come talk to me when you're done before you go to sleep. The marriage is falling apart. Falling apart. Paint. Notes and glasses. Paper. More medals. Booze. Booze. Locked. I'm gonna assume broken paintbrushes. This, I'm guessing, is where somebody was sitting until I snapped. Lost. You deserve it. Finish it. Alright, well, let's reveal whatever this happens to be. I don't know why it kept going down. Alright. A landscape. And off we go. Into what I can only assume is the game proper. I do know what it is. It's the game proper. I've played this before, but spooky month. Spooky month. Spooky month. Alright. Weird painting. What's this? Just out of reach. Fair enough, game. I cannot see. I'm not opening a door. There's the door. Well, that plant is nice and healthy. Alright, guys, watching. Going in circles. What's going on in this painting? Nothing good. Alright. Couple busts. A desk with a note. Drawer full of paint. Save the date of redacted and redacted. Redacted requests the pleasure of your company to celebrate their wedding on Saturday, the 9th of June at St. Luke's Chapel at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's the day they got married. So that's nice. That's a nice thing. Alright, creepy whiskers. Saturday, 7. There's a 2 in there and a 9, right? So a 2 and nope. Alright. Let's get away from the whispery box. Alright. 485. 4, 8, 5. And we're in. Heavy lockdown. The past holds back. Look closer.
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
And then she said yes. To the creepy guy. Alright. This isn't a door, this is a cupboard. A cupboard of sorts. No, there's nothing creepy about that rocking chair, is there? No. Perfectly normal. You've been snooping around my workshop again. For the last time, you are not allowed in that room, even if the door happens to be open. I forbid it. This is your last warning. Next time, you'll have to look for a new job. Oh, I'm stuck on it. And then it stopped. Okay. Fair enough, creepy door. Or creepy rocking chair. Hello, Mr. Deer. What we got going on in here? Play a game of dominoes. Happily spin the earth around. There's no light switch. Oh dear. That's unpleasant. That is not what you want to see. Oh, their faces are all looking at me, but not looking at me. It's just going. Paint deep lines.
Now, a tiny bit to the left. Yes, just like that. Hold that pose. I want to get all those lovely curves just right.
He sounds so creepy. I definitely heard a rat that time. The Dorian Gray book everywhere. Okay. I hear you, you stupid little rat. I'm getting stuck on the geometry here. That same hairbrush. It's everywhere. It's a very popular model this year. Is there nothing to interact with in here? What about you? Okay, yep, alright. I knew something was gonna happen, but it still got me. Still got me. Okay. Melty faces, creepy hand, and I think that's about it in this room. So let's just go. A nice, oh, like a pleasant room, well lit by 4 lights. Same hairbrush again. I don't know if it was a lack of assets or they just really wanted to emphasize that particular hairbrush. Obviously, the character is quite insane. Hey, in regards to your previous letter, I'm sure it's nothing to be too concerned with. Women tend to get weird after having a baby, hormone imbalances and the like. When we had our first, I remember Valerie got the blues real bad. I would ask her what she wanted for lunch, and she just burst into tears. Just be there for her, and I'm sure it's going to be fine. Now, I know I promised not to rush you, and by all means, enjoy your well-deserved time off, but just to let you know, I'm getting phone calls up the yin-yang, commissions left and right. You're a hot ticket, my friend. And we should strike iron while it's hot, but of course, the family comes first. Your friend and Agent Thomas Caldwell. I don't think agents are really friends, are they? They just kind of seem like they pretend to be friends. So is that what all these are? These correspondence commissions and stuff? Now the real horror game begins. There is a woman crying outside of his door. Some real PT vibes here. Is it you, sir? Alright, behind the locked door, no doubt.
Hello. It's about time for us to talk, don't you think? I mean, I've seen you in my house so many times, and yet I could never find the courage to face you directly. Not until now.
See, I don't think she's talking about me. Because they got engaged. And presumably married. Mm-hmm. That's a weird little cabinet. What is this door? So one of those games where I feel like I need to check each door and see what's going on behind them. What do we got in here? Paprika. I'll make some spaghettis. God, it's dark. Garlic cloves. First step is the hardest. Well, I mean, that's true, but I feel like that's the kitchen. I feel like when you're in a horror game or a horror movie, the first step being the hardest is also the last. Alright. Scale's been broken. Food still looks okay, so we're not in some sort of evil universe yet. A cauliflower looks more like a brain. Hello, food painting. It's very well done. There appears to be nothing amiss. Except for that apple that has fallen out of the painting. We will not discuss the apple. The apple is a fine thing to fall out of. What? Okay. I know that is the pantry and there's nothing inside of it. For it is a pantry filled with potatoes and apples. Nothing evil. That is more evil. I have a magic painting. It appears to just be throwing rotten fruit at me, and then becomes whatever this is.
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
So I'm going to assume that this guy has cut off a piece of flesh either from himself or someone else, because that is a skin tone after it's been cut off for a while, and that is very red on the underside. So, the character that I appear to be is a monster. Oh, and we're back here. I don't remember finding this. Screeching arsonists, echoing screams. They stop at nothing. I won't go down easy. So I'm battling the rats and some sort of mental illness. Shapeless streams. Okay, so let's just put this thing on here and see what happens. Alright. Blood flamingos. We got ourselves some blood flamingos. Oh, there's more. Hate. Even now lost. You deserve it. Finish it. Alright. Fair enough. So there's the thing. He doesn't say it again, but there's what he said. Written in some sort of weird ink as we put this into a shrine. Let's close that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 little chapters. This one took us about 50 minutes, which isn't too bad. What I'll probably do is I'll record a couple of these, and then maybe Monday and Wednesday they'll be ready to go. So that they can finish by Halloween. Yeah, sure, why not? I can probably do that. And that'll be it for episode 1 of Layers of Fear. I will see you all next time. Thank you so very much for joining me. Goodbye.